So what the Honda E-Clutch does is allows you to start and stop without ever having to use the clutch. You can use the clutch if you want to. It's not an automatic. There's nothing automatic about this bike. It's traditional 6-speed transmission, 1 down, 5 up in between first and second gears, neutral.
Okay.
So you still have to shift gears. So go ahead and turn the bike on. Fire up. See, you already used the clutch.
Yep.
Just let her go.
You don't have to?
You don't have to. So you're back in E-Clutch now. Go ahead and drop it into gear.
First.
And you'll notice the rear tire didn't move at all.
Wow.
So now if you give it gas, it'll slip the clutch for you. So if you maintain throttle, it has a quick shifter on it as well. If you maintain throttle, you can just kick it right through the gears.
Even
don't use the clutch.
At 2,500 RPM?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So when do you use the clutch?
You don't have to.
That's incredible.
You absolutely don't have to use the clutch. So you can upshift and downshift at any RPM too. So you can still maintain throttle and downshift if you wanted to.
Is it a slipper clutch so it won't
it's a slipper clutch.
It won't break up?
Yeah, you won't get the wheel hop.
Would this be good for racing applications too?
100%. If I could put it on my super bike today, it would have been on there yesterday. Because the biggest advantage of it, it's quicker than a quick shifter. The bike comes with a quick shifter, but with the E-Clutch, you take out all that shift shock in the bike. So even with a quick shifter, you kind of still get that bump, but now with E-Clutch. I mean, I could literally be elbow dragging around the corner and grab gears because it doesn't upset the chassis.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I imagine the transmission will last longer too because there's no human error, right?
It could be a human error because it is still a regular manual transmission. If you try to start the thing in like third gear and roll out, you can absolutely smoke the clutch just like anything else.
Okay.
Yep.
That's incredible.
So,
is this similar to a recluse clutch like I had on my YZ450?
No, it's not centrifugal at all.
No.
So it's not an automatic. It's not a DCT. It's not like our sport clutch. There's no centrifugal part about it. So what you have is you have your regular clutch lever here. The cable still goes into the basket. And then if you're not using the clutch, you just have basically 2 electronic servo motors with gear reduction that just grabs the shift and just pulls it for you. It's just slipping the clutch for you.
Is this something Honda just invented?
It's been out in Europe for a couple years, but yeah, it's relatively new technology. The cool thing about the E-Clutch is it's adaptable. So we could put this on models in the future.
Wow. Is this the first production Honda in North America being sold with this clutch?
Yes. Yeah.
Only in this model?
So we have 2 flavors of it. We have it on the B model, the CBR 650R, and the CB 650B.
Awesome. So my camera guy Tyler's a stunt rider. That's his thing. Would this work for stunt riding?
Yeah, absolutely. You have the option to use the clutch or not use the clutch. So if you want to use the clutch, use the clutch. There's 0 downside to it. You know, you'll have some guys say, oh, I'm old school, I want to be able to shift. You have to shift. There's nothing automatic about it. You have to use the shift lever. It's 1 down, 5 up. And if you decide to use the clutch, if you want to launch off the line or if you want to pull up a wheelie or whatever, you can use the clutch.
That's about the only time you really would want to use it, probably, right?
Right. Yeah, for me, I mean, racing, once I launch or I leave pit lane, I never touch the clutch again anyways.
Is this similar to the technology in the DCT 50th anniversary Goldwing?
No.
No, it's different?
It's completely different. The E-Clutch is its own deal. Again, the DCT is an automatic.
Yeah.
This is not automatic. It's a manual 6-speed transmission.
It's pretty crazy. Wow. Something new all the time. And at least it's not an electric bike.
Yeah, and for 25, the bike got some updates. It got some new styling, more aggressive styling, new teardrop headlight, full color 5-inch TFT display that you can customize the settings on.
How many horses does it have?
It's it's 90 and some change. They don't release the horsepower figures for us, but it's about 90 and some change. Inline 650.
Plenty for mere mortals, right?
Yep. So you can see here, it's about a 4-pound block here. You have 2 electronic servo motors. And you kind of see that you have the gear reduction. So if I pull in the clutch, you can see the clutch lever here. And all it does is, like, if you're not using the clutch, it just does
show them the exploded view. Look at this exploded view right there. That's how it all works.
Yeah. And again, it's adaptable. So we'll see this on future models for sure.
Definitely a sharp bike with the gold rims and all the gold details, gold forks.
And it didn't go up 1 cent in price. So the 650B is $93.99 and the R is $98.99.
Yeah, I think these should be selling like hotcakes with the new technology.
So it's great for any rider, from an entry-level rider that doesn't even know what the word clutch means, to an experienced racer or a track day enthusiast. There's 0 downsides to it. It really touches every type of rider.
It'd be cool to see what they put it into next, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're saying, for a race application, this would might knock some time off your lap times, you know?
100%. The first time I rode it, just even leaving pit lane, I knew it was cheating. You know, because with the quick shifter, you obviously have a big advantage, but you get rid of that shift shock that upsets the chassis, and it's just that much smoother.
That's how I felt the first time I rode a KTM 300 with a recluse clutch
Yeah.
in the woods. I was like, this is like cheating because I could leave it in third gear and it wouldn't stall.
Yeah.
Every mistake I made was hidden by the motorcycle, you know?
Yeah.
So, and now they got a street application that's probably even, sounds like it's even much better than that, better technology.
Yeah, and if you use the clutch, the bike will absolutely stall. I mean, it's a normal transmission. So if you pull on the clutch and dump it, it will stall. But if you never touch the clutch, the bike won't stall.
For a beginning rider, this would be perfect because one, they'll never outgrow it. It's not like a bike they'll outgrow in one season.
That's right.
The performance will still exceed their capabilities 5 years down the road, probably.
So
But it makes it easier and less intimidating.
That's exactly right. Less intimidating. It's easy to ride. Super comfortable too. So especially here, if you're on International Boulevard, you're not going first gear neutral, first gear neutral. You know, just drop it down to first, sit there, and just roll back on.
Yeah. I wonder if it causes less heat on if there's less heat because of that too in traffic, or whether it would be the same.
Yeah, because you're not manually slipping the clutch, right? You're not having to ride up the RPMs to get going.
Yep. Clutch would last longer for sure, I would think.
Yeah, there you could have some human error for sure. If you try to start the bike and take off like in second gear, it will do it, but you're going to be slipping the clutch just like you would normally, and you're gonna end up frying it.
Wow. Hey, thanks a lot for teaching us about this new technology.
No
I think it's
problem.
awesome. Been around the industry a long time, and it's great seeing new developments like this and the trickle down effect. See who ends up with it next, you know?
Yeah,
If it's not
absolutely.
patented, they'll all have it in 3 years.
Yeah, there's other OEMs out there that have you know, electronic shift and stuff like that, but the e-clutch is a manual transmission. You still want to use your foot. That's what the customers are asking for. They want to say, you know, I want to use a clutch or I want to shift. You still have to shift.
You don't lose that tactile motorcycle riding feeling. It just enhances it.
It completely enhances it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to take one out for a test ride.
We got them over here.
I see the R's in the lineup there.
They are, and the B.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Cool, man. Yeah.